It is an absolutely gorgeous day out today, and I've been out having some fun and had quite a few people message me and ask me what my car looks like with the doors up and the top off. So there you go. Got everything opened up, doors are up, top is off, back open. Target top sits right there perfectly. Oh, I gotta clean those off. I didn't notice some helicopters. So that's what she looks like. She is for sale. I've got her listed at $12,500, but I'm negotiable. So if you're interested in a seriously stupid fun car, here you go. I am negotiable. It is local pickup only. You have to come to Freeport, Illinois. Just message me. My email's in my about page, robertsridealong@gmail.com. Feel free to email me. A lot of people have. That's why I'm doing this video today. So I got her opened all up, and that's what she looks like. So let me close some stuff up, and we'll see what she looks like as I close it. Because it's always more fun that way, right? Ugh. Damn, that's hard to do by one hand. All right, get this down. Whoops, that was a little too hard. And we get the back down. And then we just got the doors and the top. That is absolutely cool. So I'm gonna go for a drive, take you along with me, and we'll just go have some stupid fun because we can. Well, today, since I already showed you what the car looks like with the top down, I just want to go for a drive. A few people have asked me about the area in which I live, so we're going to go highlight a few things that are kind of cool to the area. You wouldn't think such a small town, you got some really awesome stuff, but I'll show you around a little bit, why not? It's just, got to have something to do today, because I've been very bored the past few days, but that's okay. I'm used to it. Had fun fishing, and my nephew, that was fun. He had a great time. But yeah, one of the awesome things in this town that a lot of people aren't aware of is there's a house right here on the corner. You can almost see it. It's a beautiful little home, and this actually used to be Stevenson Street. So the road I'm driving on right now, when they pulled the bricks up, they put them in a tumbler, and then they tumbled the bricks to smooth them off, and then they put them on the house. So the house is literally Stevenson Street, which is actually kind of cool. I think it is anyway. Some people might differ, but it is what it is. This is a very unique town. We had a lot of different people come through here. They have the Lincoln-Douglas debate. That's one of the big things. Love this home right here. This just recently sold. It looks like a castle. Absolutely beautiful house. And then there's this one right here on the corner. That is actually a Frank Lloyd Wright right there. That sold recently as well for like $70,000, which is insane. It's like 4,500 something square foot, 4,300. It's insane. And yeah, 70 grand. I put in an offer of 110 and was rejected, because at the time the lady still owned it, and then she ended up losing her house to the bank, and then the bank accepted 70 grand just for whatever reason. So I'm not going to complain. I didn't need it, obviously. I mean, I wanted it, but this house right here is just absolutely amazing. The thing is enormous. That's a huge house. I don't even know what the square footage is on that, but I think it's one of the largest homes in Freeport. And then right here is W.T. Raleigh's house. He used to own a medicine, and they did medicines, they did salves, they did spices, all kinds of good stuff, and I'll show you that here in a minute. This house here on the corner sold for $159,900 just recently. It's a 7-bedroom, I don't remember, like 5-bathroom. Used to have a pool in the basement back in the day, but it sold for $160,000. That's insane. Beautiful home. Fun little building coming up here. This used to be a beautiful home, turned into a chiropractor's office. Now it's a tattoo shop, but this used to be the YWCA. Everybody knows the YMCA, but that was the YWCA, which is the Young Women's Christian Association versus the Young Men's Christian Association. That's pretty cool. They don't have those around anymore. Obviously, the town couldn't support it because we have very little left in this town because of current economic reasons and because of other things like bad management, but we're not going to go there. This is all the MetLife building, where they did all MetLife stuff. Okay, good, he stopped. Okay. Now we're coming into downtown. We'll start getting ready to. In one of my previous videos, I did the downtown area, but I did it from a different road and a different angle. But downtown isn't very much. It's actually very small and there's not much to it. Still a beautiful little area though. Got a lot of older buildings and most of them unfortunately haven't been maintained, so they fall down or accidentally burn down for insurance money. I mean, you know, like this gap right here, the lady burned it down for insurance and then they found out and she went to jail. This used to be a furniture store there, but one day burned. But that was because the security guard fell asleep with a cigarette, and that was many years when I was a kid. It's the old Stevenson Hotel right here. It is now the Hampton Inn. Beautiful, beautiful building. Just absolutely gorgeous historic building. This bank right here, I used to sit right up over here, and I would throw eggs down the street because it's a one-way, so I'd throw them that way, so they'd think the eggs were coming from there instead of here. So that way I didn't get in trouble, because, you know, I was a kid. You know, we're all allowed to do stupid things as kids, but it was a lot of fun. Me and about 4 of my friends would get up there, and one of them is now a sheriff, but we're not going to mention his name because, yeah. And more at downtown. Had to shut off the camera for a second. Had a lady looking at me weird, so don't want to get in trouble. But yeah, this is all downtown, very small, and most of the businesses are empty. This was one of my friend's businesses. It's gone now. He retired, even though he's only in his, I don't even think he's 50 yet. But he retired. The movie theater down there, the famous Lindo Theater. And then over here we got a lot of buildings. One of them recently was the Two Eagles restaurant, just burned down right here. But they finally put that away. And this building here, that big one right there, is the W.T. Raleigh. That's where they used to make all the salves and medicines. Unfortunately, it's not in the best condition. Some of it's still used. As you can see, there's the Raleigh sign up there. Some of it is still used, but not very much of it. I don't know who rents it out now. There's a couple of different places. Absolutely beautiful building. I wish they would do something with. They're trying to get people to invest, but I don't think anybody wants to. But I'm going to drive around the block here and show you the whole thing. It's a beautiful, beautiful building. I would love to be able to buy that and fix it up and invest, but it is absolutely huge. And you can see all the vandalism, people breaking windows out. Look at that beautiful, beautiful building. And there's the rest of it there. Ooh, nice Mustang. No, that's a Camaro. I'm an idiot. Beautiful Camaro. But yeah, you got the building over the road here. I don't know what's going on here. Everybody's down here. But they got the building. Look at that. Just absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous building. Beautiful, beautiful building. Over here is the old train depot. So when the train came into town, this used to be a hotel here. I've always wanted that building, but somebody else bought it and won't give it up. Oh well. Old train depot. And this takes us over to the east side of town, which, yeah, beautiful area, right over the Pecatonica River, which floods all the time. And this, I've seen people fishing on this road. This is Honeywell. They had several plants back in the day. Now they're just down to like 2, so I'm not quite sure of what they got going on. But this is the east side of town, and it floods a lot. So the city's trying to buy it up, all the land, and turn it into like a protected marshland or something like that. But a lot of people don't want to sell, which I don't blame them. But you know, you lived here your whole life. You want to keep your home. You know, don't want to have to move somewhere else because the city doesn't want you to. I'm trying to get a hold of the owners of this church, see if I can buy it from them, because it's been abandoned for years. Beautiful building, just an old one. I want to take out the stained glass windows and have fun. This is Taylor Park School. This is now closed because I guess it floods. So they closed down the whole thing because, yeah, if they can't have school half the time, what's the point of having the school? See, a lot of these homes are gone. When I was a kid, all this was full of homes, but now they're all gone. Woo! I almost missed that turn. So I'm going to drive through Taylor Park real quick. I've only been through here twice before, I think, in my life. Once as a kid and once as an adult. parks. I don't like children. I mean, they're cool and all, but not for me. There's a statue of Lincoln there. And we got a car coming. He's going that way, I think, though. Where's he going? There, she's going that way. Okay. Yeah, that's the old Taylor Park School. They're getting ready to close that down. So, I think they already did. I don't know 100%. So they're going to be moving the kids, shuffling them around. I was in that house when it flooded. Helped the guy try to get the sump pump in because his whole basement was like literally 4.5 foot underwater. That sucked. I was in a suit, like a $2,000 suit, and I went to church just because I went to Bell. But anyway, it was like a $2,000 suit, and I'm down there helping him in his basement, covered in water. But it wasn't about the suit; it's about helping people that need help. And we're back to this building again. Like I said, this used to be a hotel, and it was actually one of the ritziest ones in the area. Beautiful, beautiful building. But I think they use it for storage now. I'm not sure. Just gonna come around this way real quick, take you down another part of the downtown area. There's a couple, there's like, I think 3 streets total, maybe 4 in the downtown area, but they're not very big, and they're not, ooh, look at there. Nice little Impala. All right, let's go this way. Used to be a whole bunch of bars and buildings there. Used to be a movie theater on the other side of the street. That burned down. All these bars burned down for insurance, I mean, accidental insurance money. A lot of that happens, unfortunately. This is the post office here. Huge building, and they only use like a tiny little portion of it. The rest of the upstairs is all empty, and well, they use it for I think welfare services. I don't even know. Never been there. That's one of the tallest buildings in town, the bank building. It's owned by Stewart Company, which is a security agency. There's the downtown parking lot. When they have cruise night, all of this fills up. They have the whole area closed off. Got the courthouse over here on the left. Right here, I'm going to turn left here. There's Salvation Army, but there's the old courthouse. The new courthouse. The old one they tore down years ago and rebuilt it before I ever moved here. Some of the downtown. This building over here, that collapsed. Well, it was collapsing, and the city decided to tear it down and condemn it, and they did it illegally somehow or something. The lady won a lawsuit because it didn't need to be condemned. That's the war memorial for all the people that have died in wars. It's a big old tall building. This building here collapsed years ago, a few years ago. Yeah, everything seems to go down because nobody wants to take care of their buildings, or they don't have the money to, and if there's no business to do anything, then why put money into a building, you know? Right here on the corner used to be the old city hall, but it went into disrepair. This church just sold for like $70,000. Huge church. This is the Masonic Temple. Yeah, that thing is enormous. There's the old library, which is the new city hall. There used to be a church here that burned down. That one was legit. This is a beautiful cut limestone church there. And then, yeah, we're back over here again. I'm going to make this turn again because I want to show you the old Henny Buggy Company. And you're like, Henny Buggy Company? What the heck is that? Henny Buggy Company was actually a car company back in the early 1900s. There's actually one I've seen around town. I've talked to the guy, and we can't quite come together on a price that I like and he likes, because it's like one of like 5 left in the world. So it's quite a valuable vehicle. It is absolutely beautiful, beautiful car, all original. I want to say it's either original or fully restored to original. That's a bright green truck. Wow, look at that thing. But beautiful, beautiful car. And I want to at least get a YouTube video of it, but I can't convince him of that either because he's very quiet and very private man, which I don't blame him. You know what I mean? This used to be a great gas station as a kid. I used to go in there and get all my beef jerky from him. A lot of good stuff. And this is, I think, the old YMCA building, or where they had apartments anyway. I don't remember exactly, but yeah, this building here is Honeywell, which used to be the old Henny Buggy Company. And they had the, like I said, they built cars there. Henney, H-E-N-N-E-Y, I think is how it's spelled. Beautiful building, absolutely huge. My mother used to work in there back in the day when it was Microswitch, before Honeywell bought out Microswitch. And if you know anything about Honeywell, they do a lot of airplane parts in this area in Freeport. And you sit in an airplane, you look over and it says Honeywell, Freeport, Illinois, and that means it was made right here in this town. The space shuttle. I was actually visiting the Air and Space Museum, Smithsonian, and looked right there and it said Freeport, Illinois, Honeywell. But this is the old Henney Buggy Company. They used to make cars there. They're tearing this building down, which is a darn shame. I think the guy that's tearing it down won the contract for like $2 billion to tear this thing down, which is insane. It's the old Wagner Printing Building, which is now a bar. And it's pretty cool. The old Lindell Theater used to be just that, and then they expanded all this. It just used to be a tiny, I think, 2-screen theater. Now it's like 7 or 8 or 9, I don't even know. But it's a lot. And that's it for downtown. I'm gonna show you one other place right down here, if I remember where I'm going. Oh yeah, I'm going this way. But it's a pretty cool little thing. There's a little antique store there. Yeah, there's all these. There used to be buildings through here, but they all collapsed or they tore them down to make parking lots. My friend Linda used to live up here on this hill, but that house got torn down because, like I said, nobody can maintain. There's nobody here. There's so many abandoned houses in this town. It's crazy. But yeah. Ooh, streets are a little rough right through here. Ouch. Ooh, ah, ah. Ooh. Some old building there. It's an apartment buildings. Early 1900s. Early. This house actually used to be owned by a friend of mine, but her family moved out of there, and now it's in disrepair, but they're trying to fix it up, which is good because that is a beautiful, beautiful Victorian home. This area is all residential, and there's one interesting house I want to show you. I think you'll very much enjoy, and then I'll turn off the camera and then I'll take you through the park, which hopefully they have the waterfall turned on today. We'll take you up here real quick. Yeah, all these beautiful old homes. This is the side of town where a lot of people can't afford to do upkeep on their homes, which is a shame because I would love to see some of these homes fully restored. Whee! All right, here we go around the corner. Woohoo! This home they're finally restoring. That's a beautiful place there. Doing a lot of work on it lately, but this house right here is the Gateau home. If you know anything about history, the gentleman who lived there, he was born there. Let me turn on my hazard so people know I'm stopped. The gentleman that lived there shot and killed President Garfield. So yeah, beautiful home. It went up for sale a few years ago. The lady started restoring it, ran out of money. I think she bought for like $35,000. It doesn't need a lot of work, but it does need some restoration. But the guy who shot President Garfield and killed him lived in that house, and that's where he was born. Took a detour from going to the park because I forgot to show you one important thing. Well, two important things. There's our new library, which is enormous, and most of it is empty. But the other thing is Debate Square. This town is famous for the Lincoln-Douglas debate. And here they have a couple of statues. They've got, of course, Abraham Lincoln, and they've got Lincoln Douglas, or Douglas, I mean, right there. Lincoln lost that election, and Douglas won. Yeah, so this is Debate Square. So that's one of the things this town is famous for. The other thing this town is famous for is for making beer and pretzels. So to this day, this town is, the mascot is the Freeport Pretzels. This is Union Dairy. This is a famous little spot people love to come to get their ice cream. It's they used to make their own, but now they don't anymore. So always fun. As you can tell, it's a very popular place because people love their ice cream. And so I'm gonna make a turn here. Our mayor actually owns the Union Dairy, so she makes a lot of stuff. And this is the other thing, McNess. which is now for sale. They went out of business. They also make spices and other things like that. That's the old McNess building. That was what used to keep Freeport alive, but now that times have changed, people are losing their jobs and finances are drying up and everybody's moving out of this town. Crime is coming in, but we're not going to get on a political debate or a financial debate because, yeah, every town is doing that, and with the COVID it makes it even worse. But now that COVID is basically over, yeah, things are starting to pick up, but even then there's a lot of people out of work. Over here to my left used to be the old Lincoln Mall. Now it's just like 2 stores and a Dollar General. Nothing really there. And this used to be an old grocery store that they're fixing up, but yeah, there's not much in this town left, unfortunately. This used to be the Taco Bell when I was a kid, and then that was Pizza Hut until just recently, but they had 2 locations and COVID closed one of them down, so they sold it. So yeah, always fun. Directly in front of me is Crepe Park, K-R-A-P-E-P-A-R-K. And if you spell it backwards, it's K-R-A-P-E-P-A-R-K. This is the entrance to it. This is South Park Boulevard. Nice little drive. Of course, the 2 little side streets are also South Park Boulevard, but that's how you get to your house. This is how you get to the park, or some of the other access roads that are, or offshoot roads, whatever they're called. I can't remember. The side roads, yeah, you know what I mean. Country Club. Beautiful, beautiful condos. Wicked expensive. There's a lot of Porsches, BMWs, BMW i8 that's there all the time. I'm trying to get that guy to let me do a video. That guy's got a teapot carved out of his tree, his old stump there. But yeah, this is a nice little drive. The Freeport Club. This is where all the golfers go golfing, I guess, because the golf course is right there. And I did a video before, but it was in the dark of the park. And I don't remember if I've been through here a few times in the day, but didn't really show you much. This is the fountain. Nice little area they have at the beginning. And this is the entrance. That's the caretaker's quarters. They get a free house. Nice. Love it. So anyways, yeah. It's just a pretty little drive through here. And yeah, maybe we'll see some deer or something. Hopefully. We'll go this way in a minute. If you go that way, it takes you up around to the Flagstaff Hill, which is where the top of the waterfall is. And the waterfall's over here to my right. Beautiful limestone cliffs right there. Got the bridge going over the Yellow Creek. See, there's the waterfall. I don't know if you can see it. I can't see it in the camera, but there's the waterfall. People walking around. There's the what is that thing, the merry-go-round? That thing's make me puke. You ever want to see me vomit? Put me on a merry-go-round. That slow rotation kills me. You can rent ducks and geese, dragon boats, paddle boats, or kayaks. This is all the play area. They have an old fire truck up there they got. Nice little play area there. Got a walk across the bridge right here. When I was a kid, the road used to go right here to the left. So that was an easier way than instead of going on top of the hill. But they filled that in while I was gone for 17 years because I moved away. So right there, all that used to be a road that went down to those parking lots down there. But they made it where you have to drive up this hill and go around now. It's still a nice drive. It doesn't matter. I'd rather do this than cut through and make it fast. So this is known as Lover's Lane. And I'm sure you can guess why cars park there after the park is closed. Ooh, here's a pretty little guy. Look at this guy. You gotta go. Go ahead. You're already out on the road, dude. Go ahead. Oh, that's a pretty car. And this is the sled hill. And then there's the band shell right there where they do concerts in the park. And there's actually a neighborhood right off of here. So when the park gets flooded, you can only go this way into this neighborhood. And that's the only way in and out because there used to be a bridge back here back in the day that went over the river, but the bridge was old and they took it down, and now they have a contract to build a new one for like $2 million or $3 million, which is insane if you ask me. But yeah, we don't want to go there because that's just a lot of money. That I don't think it costs that much. But this never existed when I was a kid. They got a gazebo here. This is the grounds quarters, maintenance quarters. But They got a dragon statue. They've got a few other benches and stuff. When I was a kid, that was all woods. There was nothing there. Now they've got it cleaned up nice and pretty. They got the baseball fields I used to play baseball on, and they've got the tennis courts and everything else. The bridge I was talking about used to be right over there, but like I said, the road used to go back this way, or it does go back that way, but there used to be a bridge there, and they took the bridge out because of maintenance reasons. But there's another walkway here. This never existed when I was a kid. You used to be able to walk across the spillway, but then some kid drowned, and see the spillway there. Nice. I used to fish down there, and one time I was throwing rocks at a dead raccoon, and we were trying to knock the skin off, or possum, I don't remember what it was, but we were trying to knock the skin off and get him to float down the river, and we made the paper as skipping rocks. So me and 3 of my friends were skipping rocks. No, we weren't. This is where they keep the ducks. They have a bunch of domesticated ducks there that for Thanksgiving they become Thanksgiving dinner for some people, which, you know, hey, everybody buys their stuff. Here's another view of the waterfall in Flagstaff Hill right here. So that's a beautiful little, it's man-made unfortunately, but hey, it's still pretty to look at. And we got somebody stopping to take a picture and almost hitting a bicycle because, yeah, they're not from Illinois, that's why. So hopefully, oh good, I can get around her. I'm gonna go this way down to Flagstaff Hill and show you what that looks like. We'll take the long way around because there's actually 2 little ways you can go. I'll show you here in a second where the road splits. Make sure nobody's coming this way, and we're good. Whee! I know I'm rambling on a lot, but hey, you get a tour guide and you don't even have to leave your house or your car or wherever you're watching this. I love those cliffs right there. And the bridge, they cleaned it up when the flooded one time, and that was full of trees and stuff. Here's a close-up of the waterfall, and I'm actually getting wet. It is spraying on me because, yeah, but it's a beautiful man-made waterfall. And they've got a leak, obviously, because the water is everywhere, which they've been trying to repair, and there's a big hole here. Oh, don't want to hit that with the car. It sits too low. Here's all the paddle boats people can rent out. I think it's like $8 for a half hour or something like that. I don't even remember. It's a lot of money. I've rented a few. I rented a canoe with a friend one time, and I've rented kayaks, and I think I've rented paddle boats twice with my mother-in-law, Goose. And my nephew and my wife and I, Randall, we all went out on a paddle boat. See, there's the kayakers, and there was a dragon down there. This is one way I can go. This takes you up to Flagstaff Hill a lot faster, but I don't want to go that way because I want to go this way. As you see the head of the dragon, that little green dot right there, as they paddle along the Yellow Creek. When I was a kid, you could swim in there. All the geese. When I was a kid, we used to swim in there, even though you're not supposed to. They tell you now you're not supposed to. I guess too many people have drowned. But when I was a kid, we used to throw ourselves in accidentally on purpose, and we used to swim over to what they call the Twin Caves. I guess they're caves, or indents to me, but there you go. That's the Twin Caves. This all over here, they're still trying to figure out how to develop it. It's been empty since I was a kid. Used to be all trees, but yeah. No, it's not. It's just a field. And somebody said they're talking about putting a wedding venue in there, but I don't know. I don't pay that much attention. Some people down here in a canoe just having all kinds of fun. And the, I don't know, she said something about a Lamborghini, I don't know. But there's the cliffs and more geese, and this old bridge over here. There's a lot of hiking trails that you can do back through here. There used to be an old quarry down here. We're actually going to go on top of it once we get up on top of the hill. But that's actually not park property. I think it's right at the end of the park property. This is all a land grant. Some lady left this to the city of Freeport so they can make a park out of it. There's an old quarry down here underneath this giant hill. And when I was a kid, I dug a bunch of fossils out of their shells and a massive trilobite, just absolutely massive trilobite. like I said, a lot of shells, because this all used to be marshland back in the day. And with all the limestone, you get a lot of shells and things like that. You get horn shells, but yeah, down here is the quarry, so it's a straight shot down. Well, it's not much fun we actually used to climb it as kids. I used to come to this park a lot and go fishing. We'd sneak out at 3 or 4 in the morning, come down here before we were supposed to go fishing, and have all kinds of fun. And there's a walking path. This is where a lot of people have picnics, as you can see. Nice little motorcycle right there. I like that. Beautiful bike. And yeah, playground over here, and the road does some funky stuff. It is a one-way, but a lot of people try to drive the opposite direction. There's a playground down here, and yeah, this all used to be open field, but now it has 3 humongous houses on it. 2 of them are identical. If you're gonna put a big old house up, make it different. Don't be the same as everybody else. But then the director of the hospital lives over there as well, and that is a huge house. Got some people here, don't want to run them over. And coming down around this way, this is on top of the waterfall. The waterfall is actually right over there. Playground. People playing disc golf. But right over there, that's a pavilion where you can sit down and we used to have birthday parties, church parties, all kinds of stuff here. Always a beautiful area. And then the waterfall's just down on the other side of that. I don't feel like getting out of the car today, so I'm not going to show you that because I'm lazy. I found out I'm allergic to exercise. I break out in a sweat, I lose weight, my muscles get sore, I get flushed, I breathe heavy, my heart rate goes up. Yeah, exercise is a really, really bad thing for me. I'm very, very allergic. And there's the golf course. And that's basically Freeport. There are a few other little things here and there, but nothing that important. And this video is already way too long anyway. So I hope you enjoy the video. Leave it a thumbs up if you like it. Subscribe. Get that notification bell. That way you get notifications whenever I put up new videos. Thanks for watching.